The diabetes.
You don't have diabetes anymore.
My lips are dry. That's how I know.
Diabetes. My
lips are dry. It's coming back. There's little cues.
Maybe you shouldn't eat so much sugar.
I did. Yeah, I just ate a lot of teriyaki sauce. So.
Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me for this trailer show special episode.
What's special about it?
Yeah, why so special?
We got a special guest here. This fifth microphone. We don't usually have 5 microphones.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's
We
really
had
purple.
for the
Dazzle.
show.
We had to get an extra one for me because of Josh.
That's right. The newest member of Funhaus.
You
According to the one guy
No.
who yelled it at that panel when y'all were like, "Oh, we've added one more," and some guy went, "Josh Flanagan."
They did. You're
It was
right.
me.
If you're unfamiliar with the Dormant Trailer Show, it is a show where we watch film trailers and riff on and critique them.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these trailers are newer. Some of them came out in the last couple months.
Okay.
I thought we'd lead with a big one.
Is it Laser Team?
No. It's What Men Want.
I seen this trailer.
Wait a
Is this
minute.
the sequel?
Mel Gibson probably produced this.
I hope so.
Sweet new wheels. A little pre-celebration for the big day, huh?
I'm making partner, baby.
Hey, it's Big Head.
We all know who deserves this. Give it up for our Summit Worldwide Sports Management.
it's gonna be her, I know it.
Partner. Whoa!
Is that Jeff Bridges?
That pass was actually to Eddie.
Oh, is that
No, none of these people are famous.
slow Jeff
Yeah,
Bridges?
I keep waiting. Yeah, to see.
Boys Club.
Oh, there's that one guy
Is that
from
Pete
SNL.
Davidson?
You
Yeah.
bet.
Why don't we have some tea? Smells like dirt.
You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that.
I think that's the witch from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Tracy Ullman?
Latrine?
How did Mel Gibson get his powers in that movie?
I called some woman a bitch.
Yeah.
$2 grand.
I'm bluffing these fools. I'm missing Real Housewives.
Shaq finally has a
and
winning
Shaquille
hand.
O'Neal.
Why am I thinking in the third person?
I smell toast. Am I having a stroke? Wait, I have toast in my pocket. Whew.
That's actually kind of funny. Like, actually kind of like that.
Yeah,
toast
well, I
in my
always
pocket.
feel like I'm having a stroke. So anytime I'm in a restaurant, and I smell something burn, I'm like, this is it. This is the end.
Maybe it's a cultural thing, but I've never been like, I need to wipe from the top of my head down my face.
I think that might be a cultural.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
I do it to other people because I'm a big Face Off fan. So I
Oh,
just go
yeah,
around
yeah.
doing,
You
like,
can't
the-
recognize them until you do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have used more Mel Gibson, in my
Could've
opinion.
used
Right.
Yeah.
It
I think
feels
less-
off premise. You know, people were mad about Last Jedi, like taking too much, from the premise, like too much liberty. That's how I feel about what.
Same.
Wait. When you got that girl to quit Twitter, you didn't go mission accomplished.
If Mel Gibson knew about Twitter, he could have gotten so many girls off of it.
The question on this one is it as good as the original?
That girl we met last night at the club, nothing happened after you put her in the cab, right? It did? Something happened? She said
Beat
she had
for
to be in
beat
bed
the
early.
Well, I had her in bed by 11.
Nick Marshall.
It is interesting. It is
Nice,
interesting
look
the
at that
different
face.
perspective. In the what men want, it's a woman who's constantly being like ignored in the face of men. But in what women want, it's a man who gets everything he wants and then gets more.
And he's
Right.
annoyed by all the women that aren't attractive enough for him.
What did you say?
Right, and all the women think about is that he's hot too.
Yeah.
It's like he surrounds himself
know.
with good thinkers.
I'm Darcy.
I dated a Darcy
That may have
once.
been peak Hunt. That's
What'd you
like
call me?
mid mad about you, post Twister, right?
Well, Castaway in the Rain was, I think, peak Hunt.
There's so many points in this trailer where you could cut back to him falling in the tub.
Yeah.
He like pulls the thing off, out, falls in the tub. And, like,
Realistically, too, because his foot was in, they'd have had to amputate that leg. That's how getting shocked works. So
Yes.
the real version of this is he hobbles around and just the women
Yeah.
are like, ew.
Why do you know so much about war?
It's what I do. You know what you love.
Next,
Hey, what do we got next, Elise?
next up is trailer 2 for Venom.
Yay.
oh boy,
Okay.
Start strong.
this is what I like. I like when trailers have trailers for the trailers
Yeah.
before the trailer starts.
That's a whole new
Apparently
thing,
that's a
right?
YouTube
'Cause
Yeah,
the
why do they
ads-
do that?
It's a
'cause the
YouTube ad thing.
Yeah, to get
yeah.
you
Oh.
So
a
they
little
snip
burst.
that part out to play in front of other movies
sense.
or videos.
I always seem to find myself.
What is his accent in this movie? I think it's a stroke. I think he smelled burnt toast.
I guarantee you, watching this movie, if he wasn't doing that accent, you would get so bored of all the scenes of, what's his name? Eddie Vedder? What's his
Eddie
name?
Brock?
Eddie
that's
Vedder,
it,
yeah, that's it.
Venom flow.
This really does feel like a movie from like 20 years ago.
It's
Yes.
not going to be good.
Right. It's like
There's no way it's
Spawn
gonna be
or
good.
any of those 90s ones they tried to make like pre X-Men,
Yeah.
basically.
What do you want from me? What do you want about
I love it. That's the only thing that's going to get me through, I'm telling you.
What, him kind of doing a
his-
Bane
at
voice?
least Venom-
At
voice.
the end of the movie when he's like, I got it, I'm going, or whatever he
Yeah.
says to like the woman behind the counter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
There's a shot in Spawn that's like identical
Yeah.
to that. Like,
You're right. Spawn is great. All right, don't forget the shot at the end where he fights. Remember, they're going to show the bad guy in a minute.
Who
See
is-
if you can tell whether or not it's the bad guy or whether or not it's Venom.
It's just two video games fighting each other.
Right.
So whatever.
Not Venom.
You sure?
Yep. Not Venom.
That's not Venom.
but also not
Not
Carnage,
Venom. Not
right?
Venom.
Not
Venom.
Carnage.
Venom. Not
Not
Venom. Not Venom.
Yeah, so Riz Ahmed's the bad guy.
What's his name? Riot. He's fighting Riot.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I'm not
Wyatt,
sure
a
what that is.
I don't know who
Venom
that is.
character?
Yeah, dog. There's a whole family of symbiotes.
I know there's Toxic.
And they picked
or
the one
Toxin.
that's the closest color to Venom.
You will be this armless, legless, faceless thing, won't you?
Venom shouldn't say more than 3 words at a time.
We are Venom.
There's a smirk there that Tom Hardy was doing.
Nah.
That was more charismatic. Oh, that's great.
I have a parasite. Yeah. Name is Chen.
Go to see you later.
What did he say?
He said, no, Mrs. Chen.
Mrs.
Before
Chen.
that.
Oh, he went, oh, I have a parasite.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Parasite.
thought he said, I have the power to save.
Oh, this is Parasite, because Venom's a
That's
parasite.
weird.
We'll be dissecting this movie for months.
Did I ever tell you guys about time I had parasites in my butt when I was like 9?
What is
What
your
haven't
problem?
you
What is
had?
wrong with you?
Anyway, so
How did you get parasites in your butt?
I think
Who
from,
put
like,
him there?
From
You sit on an
Bruce.
anthill?
I didn't
No.
do anything to your butt.
When I was 9, he did. He said, "This is going to be just like Venom." And I was like, "What?"
Who's going to go see the Venom movie?
No,
I'll go see it.
I think I got to speak with my dollar on that.
No, I'm gonna
and
go
not
see it.
do it.
You
It's
wanna
going to have Spider-Man too, so get ready.
There's going to be a billboard for Spider-Man Far From Home in the background. Like,
you're
there,
right.
we did it.
I think it was a good trailer.
I give it 3 Venoms out of 5.
I give it 3 butt parasites out of 5.
Yeah, it's good night, Mrs. Chen. I give it a 3 out of 5.
This next film, you've seen the trailers.
Why are you
You've
apologizing
heard the
for it?
story.
Yeah, well,
You've heard the news.
That's the point of this show, though. We watched the trailer.
No, I was setting it up. Like, you've seen the trailers, you know the story, but
No,
do you really know it?
Yeah, I do. We're going to get copyright claimed.
No, we're not. It's part of the trailer.
Doesn't matter.
It's parody.
You're
Parody.
flag.
We'll just have to
Strike
do
3.
the
Strike
neighbor.
3.
I'll turn it down.
No. Yeah, turn it down. There.
There we go. Like,
Remember when Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play him?
you know
Yeah,
why he didn't want to?
I do.
Because it turns out the living members of Queen were really insistent that the story be about them.
Everyone, right?
Oh.
So they're like, hey, we kept doing stuff after Freddie died. That's what we. So I guess half the movie is that.
Yeah, Ever remembers the other band members other than Freddie Mercury, right? Like,
Tom.
and
Saturn.
The star guy from Kiss.
This movie is clearly not that, though. This movie
Well,
is
I
clearly
think
Freddie
it is.
Mercury.
No.
I think they're just marketing it as a Freddie Mercury movie.
Do you think he's wearing like a prosthetic for the teeth?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
How come we can put giant Freddie Mercury teeth in actors and they can still sound normal, but every time someone plays a vampire, they sound like shit?
I'll bite you, Blade.
Yeah.
I feel like that movie's probably a baseline. There's a baseline biography good about that movie,
Yeah.
but it may not be.
0 out of 10. AIDS should be a character.
I give it, was it 3 AZTs out of 7 or whatever?
This one I chose because I thought Bruce would think it's cool.
T-34.
That's bad. I don't like that.
So
well, this
tempted
one's for
to-
12-year-olds and plus, so what?
That's
Middle-aged
the recommended-
people in Russia?
Yeah.
Norm Macdonald's sexist jokes is a recommended video. Great.
'Cause I'm
Thanks for
logged
picking this
in
for me.
Hey,
Elise.
I'm logged into John Smith's account.
Oh, that
Oh,
explains
that
it.
yeah.
That's why.
What does he watch?
All right, this is T-34.
Okay. What does a T stand
See if you can
for?
figure out what it's
Is
about.
that a vitamin? Oh.
It's a 34-year-old Terminator.
It's World War II.
Oh, it's a tank. This is
You
when
can
we
speak
fought
Russian.
side by side with the Russians.
Well,
We were best
sorta.
friends for a short time.
Oh, is this movie to remind us
What do you mean,
that
sorta?
we used to be
Well,
friends?
they were bad, and then they turned good, and
Yeah.
then they turned bad again.
Well, we had a common enemy, which means we were best friends.
Why is everyone in their pajamas? Russians are lazy.
We have to be careful because this might give Josh PTSD.
Or the opposite. Might get Josh an erection. Am I right?
Josh, if you made a war movie, would all of the bullets have tracer rounds on them?
I mean, you do use tracers in war.
I know,
so.
but for cinematic effect, would you as the director decide to have
Put it on
tracer
every
around for
single one.
everything?
I hope. Yeah.
Good.
Today, Josh was like, I have to do this podcast. I have to call into this podcast.
I did.
It's an old Army podcast.
Is that what you're doing
An
outside?
old
But
Army
he chose
podcast.
to do it right outside the window where my desk is.
Right.
So it's
Because I
just-
want you to understand I'm still a threat. I want you to hear it.
Don't worry, I feel
I
threatened.
want you to hear it.
I definitely feel threatened by you.
good.
But it was just 30
Okay.
minutes of him talking about how he misses the war.
Yeah.
You can go back anytime you want.
Yeah.
I can't.
Vietnam's
can't.
right around the corner.
Bad knees.
I need their standards to lower again so I can get back in.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
10 out of 10.
that's the sleeper
Gotta say
hit.
it.
That's
I'm
the
gonna
sleeper hit
watch
of the
that
day, I
tank-
think.
that tank movie over
Don't
and
hack
over.
my account,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
This next film is one of my most anticipated until Josh makes something new.
Oh man, you've been waiting a long time.
No, I didn't even know that was coming. It's the trailer for Glass, the Unbreakable sequel.
Can't wait. I'm excited.
We've seen it.
I've seen this.
Well, we've all seen it. Yeah.
Everybody on the
We all
planet's
went to
seen it.
Comic-Con. Do you think now that it's gone full superhero movie, it's not going to be good?
No.
No,
It's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
gonna be great.
You sure? It's just fan service at this point for Elise.
The problem, the thing though, yeah, it's fan service for such a small group of fans that it's okay.
Is it fan service though?
Yeah.
I feel
No one
like-
asked for this.
I feel
Yeah.
like they're gonna make this movie anyway, or he always wanted to make this movie. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
culmination.
I think he had no intention, and then he was like, "People are really liking this other script that I wrote.
Yeah.
Maybe I should cash in 2
Right.
for 1."
I would also say that and
Yeah.
make that claim, make that boast. If all of a sudden people are like, are the worlds connected? And go, sure, I'll shoot a scene at the end.
I always liked in Unbreakable how good he was at finding terrible people.
Right.
Like he'd just be like in the park reading a newspaper, and some old man would walk by,
He's a
and
rapist?
then there'd be like, he has 1,000 bodies in his basement. He just stole a baby.
Maybe the rate is higher than you think, James. Maybe most people are
Maybe.
bad people. I know that from the war.
It brings it up every time.
I know.
I can't wait to edit all the war comments out of this episode.
Did he build that out of a paperclip?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's his superpower. And if you touch him, he dies.
Oh, that's his cape.
That's his cape.
Right.
I'm super excited. for
do
this.
you
Me too.
Come on.
do you think though, like, is Bruce Willis going to have had a storied 20 years or whatever since the last movie, like where he actually did a lot of crime, or is it like the Ghostbusters 2?
No, I think he
where
got
he's-
scared.
He got locked up. He'll have been locked up for this whole time.
Bruce
Yeah.
Willis?
Yeah,
What?
but he could have pushed down the door the entire time but he consents to order, I think.
He's not locked up at the end of.
Look, he
Split
could
That's what
though.
you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in a diner.
They captured him, and he said, "All right, I'll go with you."
He's gonna have to fight the Horde, but I want them to team up and form new Avengers.
Oh, like a bigger threat comes out? Like
Yeah.
Avatar The Last Airbender?
Yeah, After Earth
Or
and like all those.
Happening, yeah.
If they had to fight the air from the Happening, that'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
For me, this glass is half full.
Thank you,
That was a
Adam.
good review.
That was good. That was really solid.
This last trailer,
Oh, one of our favorite creators.
I haven't seen this one yet.
he may not be the most popular,
What?
do you mean?
most well known, but Neil Breen.
You introduced me to Neil Breen.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest of all
yeah,
time.
we love him here at Funhaus.
Mm-hmm.
This is Twisted Pair.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, think of all the After Effects he's got to cram into one
He
trailer.
probably doesn't
Bruce.
have a pre-trailer either, so it like
Oh,
makes
no,
sense
no,
that
no.
it's a little meatier.
You can't afford a YouTube ad buy? You crazy?
Oh wow! Look at that effect.
Wait,
pretty
I
good.
mean,
He's doing
not
it.
bad.
I mean,
Wait,
he
is that
paid
is that
someone to do it.
Unravel? Is that the video game Unravel?
My name is Cade. I have an identical twin brother, Kale.
I can't wait to watch this.
Wait. Look at Forrest's perspective.
I get that he has a twin brother, but do they have to dress identically?
Yeah, so that you know they're twins.
Why do you keep
Your
freezing?
majesty of nature.
He loves this.
Here's the thing: being in war, I'll tell you, an explosion will propel you like that.
Yeah.
You guys
Like-
haven't seen it, but
It
I
won't
have.
change your size or scale or
No.
anything. Oh wow.
Connecting all shared virtual reality.
Whoa! Josh is always talking about how he knows Shane Black, and I think he thinks Shane Black is Neil Breen.
Or vice versa.
Shit, you're right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
His brother.
What is that?
Is it weird,
is like
Josh? You're an aspiring feature film director.
Uh-huh.
But he's doing it.
He is doing it.
He
You're right.
has, what, 4 or 5 films under his
Yeah,
belt?
he just keeps turning them out. So what's stopping you, Josh?
Fear.
The fear of success.
Lack of talent. Whoa!
Wait, why does he have abilities?
What do you mean? He couldn't afford to put him in the movies before. Now he's got the budget.
He shot that guy's hand off.
Yeah, what did he shoot?
Yeah, but he just died.
And he's sneaking into that picture.
See, this is like the kind of stuff that Robert Rodriguez figured out. These green screen things work really well.
Yeah.
So, what's exploding? Oh,
There
it
we
is.
go. That's what it is. I want to see the explosion.
It always looks like he's made with that Spider-Man filmmaker. Just layered effects.
Who's there?
Terry wakes up every night.
Justice is served.
What high school let him film in it?
Oh, he's gonna jump again. Yeah!
That was a good one. That was way better.
That actually
I didn't even. If you didn't tell me, I would have thought.
Josh is taking
fine.
notes.
I'll be right here.
Okay, copyright infringement. That's from E.T.
Oh yeah.
So.
But he's paying homage to it.
Yeah.
He's never seen E.T.
Can't wait. I'm gonna watch that 100 times.
I could probably barely make it through once.
How many other movies does he have? He has 4 or 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
More than you.
Yeah.
His quintilogy is complete.
Secretly wrote Laser Team 2.
Not so secret when I cut it out of this video. I mean, I guess it is still secret when I cut it. I phrased that
Yeah, that's
wrong.
fine though. It's still funny.
Oh boy,
It's
creeping up on
the delivery.
40 minutes.
Wow, where does the day go?
Well,
Truth
you know what they
hurts.
say: the summer extends well into the fall.
Nobody
when
ever
it comes
says that.
to Hollywood.
No one ever says that.
Oh, what is this?
Oh,
yeah, what
what is
trailer
this?
is this?
Oh,
You might think that we can't top that trailer that we just saw. However,
Lisa, you just tone down the excitement a little bit. That'd be great.
there is one show pilot coming out that might be able to.
Are you crying?
yeah. What's going
There's
on?
just stuff in my. I think I have an eye infection from Josh's butt worms. This is the trailer for Arizona Circle, Funhaus Rooster Teeth sketch pilot.
Oh.
Ooh, 720p.
Let's take a look.
That's the most we could film in.
Yeah.
We shot it
afford-
entirely on iPhone 3s. So.
No.
Looks dumb.
We didn't have final say on this trailer.
Oh yeah,
I
you
can
mouthing
mouth
your
the
own
word.
lines just like on set. Let's see.
Hit in the face with a dildo.
No, not in that
spoil it.
shot.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry, Terry.
This is Blaine Seaman.
Mom, I said don't come in my room when I'm talking to you.
Hey, I'm in it for like a whole 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Is this too self-aggrandizing?
I think it is.
I mean, I'm barely in it, so it's fine.
Josh loves watching this.
I do. I watch my own stuff constantly.
Yeah.
He does, and he makes other people watch it a
I
lot.
have no idea how many times I've rewatched 10 Little Roosters and solved it 100% correctly.
He has a CD changer in his car full of his old DVDs.
Yeah. I just watch Extraction on loop.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see Extraction, but
No.
Bruce did.
I saw it.
And James did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And maybe Elise. That shot is not in the show.
That's funny, and I think that's
I
in the
laughed.
show
That's
too.
a funny joke.
That line
Yeah,
is
it's a
in the
funny
show.
joke.
Yeah.
Wasn't written.
Wasn't written, you're right.
Yeah, improv.
Some of the
But you know
funniest
what? No
stuff in
one will
there.
ever know that because the credits will say people wrote it.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
now.
So
Lies.
welcome to the biz.
That you can't trust the writers.
You're one of them.
Ah, shit.
I think that looks like a
I don't
flop. I think you can call that a mile out and you can smell it. This microphone stinks. Sorry, it's Arizona Circle.
Got him.
Josh, tell them when they can see Arizona Circle.
When can we? September 19th.
There you go, September 19th.
It's
to be
during
like
Funhaus
Hollywood
Week.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, during Funhaus Week.
Yeah, let us have
Wednesday
something.
night.
Thanks
should
for
know.
joining me for this special trailer show that wasn't at all supposed to be a promotional tool.
For what? Venom?
Yes.
Name is Chan.
It's really
Let's
good.
pull up the trailer.
Sky High was ahead of its time.
It was actually.
Here, watch the trailer. You'll see.
Sky High would have killed it if it came out like right
Kurt
now.
Russell, who's in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Started high school. He knew he was in for the ride of his life.
Okay, so it's like 2004. You got to give the
Well, it's like
trailer.
Harry Potter.
Go.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I'm really glad I didn't know what this was.